Hallelujah!
Ruby?
The one thing I love more than drugs is money, and so that's why I decided to start selling drugs for the cartel. I know that I'm white, so I should be abusing drugs and not selling them, so it's not very realistic, but I have dreams in life, and this is one of them. The man sitting right next to me on my left is my good friend Eddie. He's my plug and only contact to and from the cartel. He hit me up with an app on my computer that allows me to talk to my clients to sell drugs, order drugs, and pay off my debt to the cartel. I was given 3 clients to start off with, one of which I've already grown an attachment to.
Hey there, baby. Sheesh, god damn.
By the end of my first run, I had already run out of drugs.
I'm gonna become rich super fast, bro.
So I went to go and order more from Eddie. I had 2 drugs to start off with, weed and amphetamine. So with a spending budget of $190, I ordered all that I could, then went to go and pick it up at a drop point. Eddie hit me up to let me know about the police hours that take effect during the nighttime. It's a curfew where nobody's allowed outside during certain hours of the night. But luckily for me, if I decide to do deliveries within these hours, people will offer me more money for the drugs. So obviously, I chose to go out at night and do my deliveries then. I snuck through the night with ease and delivered all of my drugs to all my clients safely.
Oh my lord.
Then once I got home to my apartment, I unlocked a new area of the map, expanding my reach to sell more drugs to more people.
It's supposed to be police hours. There's not even any police outside. Not even doing their fucking job.
Then after a little while longer, I was unable to order any more drugs from Eddie because I ran out of supply and reached my max spending limit. I went to go and pay off my debt to Eddie, went back to order more drugs, and realized my max spending limit had increased to $225. Again, I of course ordered all that I could, but then decided to use some of the drugs I ordered to offer samples to random people on the street as an attempt to get some more clients.
My favorite customer. Because of your big tits.
I also so happened to stumble upon a grocery store where I could buy spray cans. I decided to buy some and then vandalize the streets with my symbol to mark my territory. I decided that my symbol would be a bullet, because if you ever mess with me, the only thing you're gonna hear is do, can I be some part of a minority? I may have also bought a bunch of bobby pins from the grocery store and wasted a bunch of my time just opening several doors to rooms that had absolutely nothing in them. But we don't talk about that. After all of my shenanigans, I apparently made enough money to receive another call from Eddie, telling me about the banking system. The system is very simple, it's just an ATM to withdraw and deposit from, but I can only deposit a certain amount of money into the ATM before the DEA starts noticing a bunch of illegal money entering my bank account. So I have to be careful with how much money I decide to deposit into my account.
I was having a gap of nothing.
A gap of nothing.
Okay, like...
Underreacting.
Bro, can this fucking Bob shut up?
It's Bob. Oh, my favorite customer. Woo.
After a few more sales, I was able to unlock another area of the map called the Old Marketplace. Then by the time I unlocked it, I had doubled the amount of clients that I had. I also decided to stop selling marijuana as I noticed that amphetamine has been making me more money faster despite the wide profit margin. And it also seemed as though my clients were ordering amphetamine more than they were ordering weed. So from here on out, I'll be selling amphetamine exclusively for the time being. That's not all though, because I was also able to hire my first dealer, Emma Gomez, who also happens to be the client that I've been sexually attracted to this entire time.
My favorite lady. My favorite lady.
So now that she's like basically my half employee and not just my client, I can now use that to my benefit to make her strip for me. I know you can't see me right now, but I'm actually smiling. Obviously I was extremely happy about this, but then something happened to make me smile even harder and giggle like a little girl.
Oh my god, yes! 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 Oh my god, yes!
Did you get another addict, Ryan?
Oh my god, I got my first addict!
Yeah.
Oh!
And meanwhile, I was having the time of my life. Jonah wasn't doing so good.
I'm going to fucking lose it! I'm going to fucking lose it!
You're probably extremely confused, so let me give you the rundown. Jonah's been playing Dark Souls 2 in the background this entire time, and you'll continue to hear him interrupt my play session every now and then because, quite frankly, his suffering brings me joy.
Like who designed this, played this, and said, you know what, this is fucking fire? Like who? There's not one person that did that. I can't fucking move! This guy has like a fucking truck! I'd rather play tic-tac-toe than this game. I'd rather play patty cake.
I'm in the professional patty cake league.
Yeah, for real. Like,
I play competitive patty cake.
Anywhoozy, after that I went to go and supply my new employee with drugs.
Whoa, 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 shut up. Whoa, 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 shut up.
Okay.
My favorite
Okay.
customer has become my employee.
Wait.
Whoa, I can't.
Oh my
do I get to f her? Thank God.
Since when is there 2 of them?
Then when she was finished selling her drugs, I went to collect the payment.
My love. Holy fucking Lydia! Oh, I think I just fucking came all over the fucking walls and ceiling. There's cum all over my oh, fiddlesticks.
I feel it.
Shut up.
Did you tell them about that?
No.
You didn't tell them, but I feel it.
No, you told them.
I sent Isabella a video of these in VR chat complaining about phantom sense. Like, please don't walk through me. I can feel it. I have phantom sense. Please don't walk through me. And the top comment on the video is, and I quote, I have phantom sense too. I was sucked off by a femboy and I feeled it. I feeled it and IRL was soft.
Bro, I feeled it. I feeled it.
I feeled it.
You motherfucker!
Bro, I feeled it.
I like to suck your balls or a bum bum.
I like to suck your balls.
Dum-ba-dum-dum.
I like to come on you or a bum
Well,
bum
baby, if you get-
bum.
I brought these gifts for you. They're up in my bum.
Him and
You're good
his
from the gout.
cum.
You're good from the gout.
Sexalicious Eddie hit me up once again and told me about a new guy that he was gonna hook me up with that would sell me apartments for good prices, and not just any apartments that couldn't be traced back to me. Unable to resist the offer, I immediately went to purchase my very own garage. I quickly set up shop and moved everything into my garage. That way, if the cops ever found me out, they would never find anything at my actual apartment.
Hello, my name is Belzit and I am a
Now with my own place of business and things looking much safer for me, I continued selling my drugs, and soon after I had hired my third dealer. I'm expanding at a fast pace, which has led me to get quite reckless.
Hey, you, wait.
I'm running now. I beg you see. I beg.
I had gotten caught by the police and was fined $100 for being out during curfew. But what I wasn't charged for was possession of illegal drugs. That's right, it's very hard to notice this, but I actually threw my backpack while the police were chasing me, and they didn't find it. So after being released from jail, I went back to go and grab it, and no one had stolen any of the drugs in my backpack.
Let's go. Fucking losers. Here you go, baby. I know I'm a bit late to the party, but...
Soon after that, though, I got caught by the police again. And this time, I did have my backpack on, with all of my drugs. So I lost everything. So, well, that was kind of for nothing, I guess. But anyways, here's a clip of Jonah raging at Dark Souls 2.
No, he's a. No, this guy's fucking. No, I'm done. 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 I'm done.
Oh my god, why? Why does now have my clipping have to be off?
Don't worry, I was recording.
Quick, Isabella, pinch Ryan's lips shut, because all the air is escaping from his head.
Okay, I got it. He's not saying anything, so it's working, see? Now all the air's gonna stay in his head.
Oh, I
It was
unlocked
sweet, it was
crystal
delightful.
meth. I'm fucking Heisenberg up in this shop.
Yeah.
Beyond!
There's Heisenberg
Beyond!
in this. Heisenberg in
Beyond!
Even though I had unlocked meth, I decided against selling it and decided to keep my focus on amphetamine like I've been doing. And so I bought $1,500 worth of vamp instead.
Ryan,
Yeah.
I love you.
Aww.
Aww.
A real friend would remember that I have the World National Gooning competition next week. I bet you Jonah knows the exact day. Jonah, what day is the Gooning competition next week?
February 3rd.
See? And what time do I go on the stage?
I think it's like around 7:45 p.m. or something like that.
7:46, but close enough.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But don't worry, I'll begin branching off soon. Though I have to admit, I've been having somewhat of a problem. You see, no matter how long I wait, nor how many times I go to the old marketplace, it doesn't seem like there's anybody for me to sell any of my drugs to over there. Matter of fact, any people there in general. This is a major problem because if I can't increase my reputation in the old marketplace, then I can't unlock new areas. And if I can't unlock new areas, then I can't expand my drug empire. I scratched my head on this for, you know, a casual few hours until I finally realized that I could just buy a bunch of spray cans and vandalize the entire marketplace until my reputation was high enough to unlock the new areas. With that problem figured out, I was able to unlock Stink. That's funny. That's a funny name. Cause like, you know, like my asshole. Cause you know, like my asshole's stinky. You know what I mean? Like stink. Like you get it? Cause like my asshole's stinky.
And waddle the way, waddle. And waddle the way, waddle. And he waddled away, waddle. Till the very next day.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, my favorite. Oh, look at your fucking tits.
My main man Eddie decided to hit me up with another contact yet again to help me out. But unfortunately, this one I basically decided to completely ignore, but it does come in handy eventually.
You sent me a picture of a dog in like panties looking back at the camera, and then you replied to it saying damn and sent it to me.
What?
What the fuck are you talking about?
That'd be gaslight, I'm gonna be honest.
For real?
Why would I do something like that?
I'll give you
That's a very good gaslight.
Now that I was back in action, I was able to unlock a bunch of new areas as well as an entire new sector, Sector B, which is home to the middle class, with people like me belonging to Sector A, the lower class. This opens up my business to a whole new marketplace, though I didn't realize any of this at the time. That is until I had to go pick up my $1,500 worth of amp, only to find out that the location of it was in Sector B.
You think I should walk outside during police hours while I'm a fugitive?
Yeah.
Alright.
And Sector B has a police border. I couldn't go through the border during police hours, so I found a man that could transport me to Sector B through a tunnel for only $100. I agreed, went to grab my drugs, but when I came back, this hillbilly also charged me for the way back, which I didn't have the money on me for. Even if it wasn't curfew anymore, I still couldn't bring these drugs across the police border. So I was completely screwed, but that's when I had a brilliant idea.
You there. Come, don't move or we tase you, buddy.
Let's fucking go. I smuggled drugs across the border.
And just like that, there was no need to ever pay for transportation ever again with this neat little trick. Unless I need to go to Sector B within police hours, that is. But other than that, selling in between the two sectors became effortless.
Like, you can't even make this up!
Oh yeah, Jonah's still playing Dark Souls 2, by the way.
About to make some fucking money. About to make some fucking money. Some
Make go up.
money. Make some.
I then unlocked cocaine, which I was able to charge quite a bit for, so I decided to stop selling amphetamine and fully transition to cocaine.
Oh, I got a fart.
Well, go on.
Yeah, fuck it. We're skipping all these other drugs. We're doing cocaine. Yo, thank God for cocaine.
It smells.
Thank God for cocaine.
Shut up.
And I bought a bunch of it to say the least.
Oh, that's so much cocaine. Thank God.
This was the worst mistake of my entire life. Nothing happened, no one bought any cocaine, no one wanted it. It was a complete and utter waste of my time and money. But why? Why don't people want my cocaine, I asked myself. And what I eventually realized was that different sectors have different drug preferences. And in order to start selling cocaine effectively, I would need to unlock Sector C, home to the higher class. After educating myself on which sectors get a hard on the most for which drugs, I decided to continue selling amphetamine in Sector A, but to also start selling meth in Sector B.
Hello. Oh, you little French little lady. I'm going to take advantage of you.
A part of my disc broke, like the bottom part. Like,
Haha. Loser. 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 Loser.
Have to, like,
Ryan, shut the f up!
Please leave your message after the tone. You will f***ing you.
Unmuted. We can hear everything you're saying, you
I
fucking
know,
dumb
that's the whole point, you fucking
fucking
idiot.
idiot.
You're so stupid, you don't
No,
know anything.
you're the fucking
You don't know
idiot.
anything. You don't fucking know anything.
It's not
man.
fucking funny if you're like,
I don't know anything.
you're giggling to yourself and you're like, you fucking bitch. fucking clown.
Now finally, without any problems and with things actually organized, I've been able to get quite the lineup of clients and dealers for my business. Not only that, but with my reputation growing, I've been able to start charging much more for my drugs. However, my glory didn't last all that long.
On the run. After him.
But I did late.
Me, my fucking ass, and my fucking pussy.
I have been arrested and tased within my own garage with all of my drugs in it. This is obviously really bad because now all of my stock will be completely gone and I'll have to spend a bunch of money to get those drugs back. So this will set me back quite a bit. Or the police can just ignore the drugs and I'm still completely fine. Well, that's fine by me, I guess.
Yo, I don't know what the fuck you did, but looks like you gained KG's attention. He wants to meet you.
Apparently, I attracted the attention of a gang that would like to meet with me, so I went to go and meet with them as soon as possible.
And here he is, ladies and gentlemen, the latest celebrity of the AR B3 TRAP.
Yeah, this guy's an insane yapper, so I'll just get to the chase. Basically, he kept on calling me a white boy, which I didn't take too kindly to.
White boy, 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 white boy.
Hey, stop calling me a white boy, you freaking know what you ching chong wing wong bing bong do 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 bong bong.
But other than that, he told me that if I give him meth, he'll transport the meth and he'll give me a hefty cut of the drugs that I send to him. So obviously I accepted his deal and now I'm friendly with an entire gang that will be supplying me with money on a regular basis. And all I have to do is put a bunch of meth in a coffin. Now let's see what Jonah has been up to.
I said 30 times, I don't know what to do. I've been saying this since last night. I don't know what to do.
What if, alright, what if I looked it up for you?
Then I would do it. That's what I was saying the whole time. I don't know what to do.
I'm sorry, I was distracted with drug dealer simulator.
Eventually he did finish the game, and in case you were wondering, he gave it an 8.5 out of 10. He really enjoyed his experience.
Dark Souls 2 was an experience, so I'll say that.
Oh, Lord knows
I've never played any game like that.
Yeah.
That's the props you have to give that game. There's no other game like it.
I don't know what's wrong with me, but as of lately, I've been like needing to like actually rip ass like a Beyblade.
With all that cash flow coming in, I decided that it was time to buy another place. I bought a building conveniently right next to my garage. But what is this building for, you may ask? Well, I plan to use this place as my weed farm. Over at a furniture store, I am able to buy all the necessary items that I will need in order to start growing weed. And after buying everything that I needed from the store, I decided to deposit more money into my bank account so that way I could purchase more things in the future. But that's when I got a call from Eddie. He warned me about some legal officials looking into my account because of my illegal cash flow, and said he would contact me again with a better way to get my cash into my bank account. And soon enough he did. He hooked me up with people that set up a laundering business for me where I can deposit all the cash I want with ease. And all I have to do is knock on some door and hand them the money. Now with that problem fixed, it was time to set up shop for my weed farm. I set up the place with all the pots, UV lights, and air filters that I would need. Then thanks to another contact given to me by Eddie, I was able to meet up with a man that could supply me with seeds. I bought the bong breaker seed because, I don't know, it sounded cool. And then got to planting.
Welcome to Wendy's. Can I take your order?
Hello, can I get a cheddar baked biscuit?
No, we don't sell those here.
You guys got biscuits?
No, sir. This is Wendy's.
Yeah, but I wanted a biscuit.
Well, you came to Wendy's.
Do you guys have any biscuit-like things on the menu?
Is this guy stupid?
Sir, we have burgers.
Tell me all you sell is burgers.
Yes.
What about the Frosty?
Well, yeah, but that's not... That's
Okay.
a completely different thing.
Okay, that's what I thought. Now, you got Frosties and burgers, you got biscuits.
No, we don't have biscuits, sir.
I'm gonna sit here till you have biscuits.
Sir, we're not going to have biscuits.
I'm gonna look it up right now. I bet you guys got biscuits.
We have no biscuits, sir.
You got biscuits.
No, we don't.
Anything biscuit-like, okay?
We have nothing biscuit-like, sir.
How about a croissant? You guys got croissants?
No, that's breakfast only. You want something else, sir?
No, I want a croissant.
We don't have any. It's past 11 a.m.
Well,
Sir, I need you to leave the line if you're not going to order anything.
you guys don't got biscuits.
No, we don't have biscuits.
But you got croissants.
Not after 11 a.m.
So what do you guys do with it after 11 a.m.?
We stop serving them. We don't make them anymore.
Just
Don't
make me
need
one.
it.
Please.
I can't do that, sir.
Please. I'll give you 2 times market value.
Sir, I am a minimum wage drive-through worker. I cannot do that for you.
between me and you. You make me a little croissant, and you know I might slide you.
A croissant.
I can't give you a croissant. Sir, if you don't order something, I'm gonna come out there and I'm gonna beat the shit out of you.
You guys got Baja Blast?
No, we're not Taco Bell.
Well, what the hell is this?
Wendy's!
What do you guys have over the competition?
We got a Baconator. Do you want a Baconator?
No, it's just a burger with bacon on it.
Baconator.
Well, yeah.
Everybody's got one of those.
Not the Baconator, though. I'm not gonna respond to you anymore.
Well, I'm gonna sit in this drive-thru.
I'm calling the police.
Actually, you know what? Are you at window 1 right now?
Why? Why do you want to know?
Can I just get a Coke?
Anything else?
That's it.
Alright, pull forward.
Hey, can I just pay for that Coke?
Yeah, it's $3.
Okay. Let me grab it. It's just in my pocket.
Ah!
How you like that?
Me.
How you like that?
You're shooting me over a biscuit.
How you like that?
Shooting me over a biscuit.
I'll call it.
You guys have
I'll call the
autism.
police.
You're shooting me over a fucking biscuit.
Eddie has given me another tip about a secret group of people that make special drugs. I can't show the part where he tells me about this because my footage got corrupted after I decided that it would be a good idea to try and shut off my computer while I was still recording. However, after asking around for a little bit, I was finally able to find the secret group of people.
B11 and B12 requested back on the police station. Over.
Nothing is here.
I asked the boss man of this little institution if he'd be willing to do business with me. He said that he would, but under one condition. You see, they have a little bit of a problem. They have a rat snitching on them to the police, but they don't know who or where they are. This is where I come in. In order for them to want to do business with me, I'll have to help them figure out who they are. Their intel is as follows. They know that they're communicating to each other within Sector B through letters and hidden supply drops. They use some kind of indicator to show its location to one another so they can retrieve the information. And the location of these supply drops continuously change. Other than that, I've been advised to look for anything out of the ordinary. I decided to put this little mission on hold for now and focus on growing my weed and selling the $15,000 worth of drugs I just bought. Yes, I have 10x my spending limit since searching for these secret drugs. And I'm currently rolling in the dough too.
Yeah, so excited. Yes.
Actually, smack her upside the head.
Just fart in the room so everyone evacuates.
Wait, do you guys think the groundhog's gonna see your shadow tomorrow or no?
Stupidest fucking thing ever.
Oh yeah, and says the guy who did a Wendy's role play for 10 minutes and shot a gun and a fucking...
If the groundhog sees the shadow, we're gonna have more winter, guys!
You guys are so gay.
Shut the fuck up.
Ryan likes to twist his nipples to go to sleep.
Right, she says you like to twist your nipples
Well,
to sleep.
Ryan?
That's crazy.
What do you want?
Jonah told you from me that you twist your nipples to go to sleep.
Wow, tell him I appreciate it.
No, but it's from me. I said it, but he was gonna tell you that I said it. So I'm telling you that he.
Yeah, I'm telling you to let him know that I appreciate it. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Jonah. So stupid. Jonah. Oh Ryan.
I don't want to talk to you.
Ryan, can you tell him for? Can you tell him for me from you? Ryan. You know, so useless. You people are fucking useless.
Can't you tell I don't want to talk to you?
My God.
Tell him he doesn't love you if he's making you go.
If you make me go, you don't love me. No cap.
Yeah, and who cleans your car? Who does everything for you? Who builds everything for you? Who
Alright, he's kind of got a point there.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you just shouldn't like make him do everything.
I don't.
Isn't he married to fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger's daughter?
Something like that.
Is he?
I think so, yeah.
What's his daughter look like?
I'll be a fine shit. Hello, fine shits. Would you be interested in a YN like myself?
Shut up.
After a bit, my weed had fully grown and I began harvesting it. I then laid it all out onto the table and I had a lot of weed. But when I was trying to package it all, it said that I couldn't package my product because it was too wet. I was very confused by this because, well, I don't know how weed is grown in real life, so I was kind of bamboozled a bit here. Though after some investigation, aka YouTube, I figured out the problem. You remember that contact that Eddie gave me that I basically completely ignored but would come in handy later? Well, it turns out that that guy sells a dryer, and that dryer is the thing that I need to dry my weed before I can package and sell it. So after buying the dryer, I was now in the process of drying my weed. And with that, I've also started whipping up the next batch of weed as well.
What do you mean you're stuck? What happened?
Who's watching that? Can you hurry up and beat this game?
Bro, I'm gonna literally beat this game before you beat Dark Souls 3.
Oh shit.
It's not my fault. You can't blame me.
What do
Acting
you
like
mean?
I
You
have
had the
all the
game for
time in the
once.
world.
Bro, wherever you were stuck on, I will personally guide you myself.
Aww.
If that is your excuse, I'll personally tell you where to go. I'm saying if that's your excuse, I'll personally do.
I mean, that was my excuse, but now that you've offered to help, now I have a different excuse.
Okay, what is it?
I don't wanna.
I then decided to buy a property within Sector B. You're probably asking yourself, what is the purpose of this building, Ryow? Well, I'm glad that you asked. This building so happens to be right next to the border between Sector A and Sector B. What does this mean for me? It means that now, instead of tossing my bag over the border, waiting through the police search, and then going back to retrieve my bag every single time, I have now evolved to sprinting straight through the border and hiding in my house from the cops. Which means that I can now also enter Sector B during police hours without paying the construction workers for the path over if I want to do deals during the night.
That was my favorite customer doing.
By the time I was finished with all of that, my weed was done drying, and I started selling homemade marijuana. Now that I had everything sorted out and my business was running smoothly, I decided to look for that rat that those super secret drug guys wanted me to look for. They told me to look for anything out of the ordinary, so that's what I did for a very long time. I was looking forever. We're talking hours upon hours just for this out of the ordinary thing that I didn't even know what it was. And I mean, I was looking for a long time. But then, finally, I found something.
Wait a second, hold on. Is that a candle? A candle in the pouring rain on top of a roof. Listen, man, if this isn't suspicious, I don't know what is, man. If that's not out of the ordinary, I don't know what is. It's gotta be here. Bro, if it's not here, I'm actually gonna, like, gouge my eyes out.
By that I mean, I looked up a YouTube video because how in the f am I supposed to find a little f***ing candle on top of a 16-story building? And also, how in the f is a candle out of the ordinary? I mean, okay, maybe on top of a roof it's out of the ordinary, but if the candle is that small, how am I supposed to even find it in the first place for it to be out of the ordinary? Sorry, I'm just upset because I spent so long trying to find it, but the envelope was in there. And so I went to go and give it to the super secret drug people. When I did give it to them, they said that it was good information, but not enough. So I had to go and find an envelope from the rat 2 more times. But at least knowing what I was looking for, it was much easier to find.
A candle. A f***ing candle! Oh, give me that information!
And also, I basically memorized the entire list of possible locations that it could be from the YouTube video that I watched. Although, once I retrieved the 3rd and final envelope, things started taking a turn for the worst.
My life right now.
Oh.
Excuse me? I'm getting raided! What the f*** are they doing? Hey, that's my f***ing weed! Oh my god.
After getting raided by the DEA, I went back to my weed farm, but the entire place was completely wiped clean of everything that was inside.
Aw, what the balls?
And I no longer owned the building. They weren't able to trace ownership back to me because, like I said before, the person that sells these buildings to me makes sure that they don't trace it back to me. So I was perfectly fine. Seeming as there was nothing that I could seemingly do about this, I just decided to hand the 3rd and final envelope over to the super secret drug people. They told me that they now knew who the rat was. However, we now had another problem. The police had a bunch of information on not only them, but also me as well. Now that DEA raid is starting to make a little more sense. They told me that they would deal with the rat problem, but they said that I would need to deal with the police's information on all of us. I was instructed to break into the police station's archives at night, destroy the data on their computer, and steal their paperwork that incriminates all of us.
I get to break into the police station? Say less! Me! That's me! That's all me! That's my job! Me, please! Oh, farted.
Oh
I'm
It's
sorry.
not like you shit yourself.
I got excited, bro.
It's not like you shit yourself.
I got excited. Oh my god, I can't wait. Oh, this is perfect.
What?
In case you couldn't tell, I was a little excited. I decided to wait in my house in Sector B for the sun to come down, as the main entrance to the police station is in this sector. But let's just say that the police have been keeping tabs on me.
You gotta be shitting me, bro. You're raiding all of my places, bro. What the fuck?
Obviously, after that, I was pissed. It was time to pull up on the ops in their own home. As it turned out, the way into the police station was through the back in Sector A, which made me even more pissed because that means that I lost that place for nothing. But a few lockpicks later, I found myself in enemy territory. I destroyed their data on the computer and then searched frantically for their paperwork. But once I found it, I dashed on out of there. I went to go and tell the super secret drug people, who were obviously very pleased by this news. And then I was now finally open to doing business with them. Eddie then called me to congratulate me, and then I went to go and see all the new drugs that I was able to order.
Oh my god. I got penis on my mind.
Penis on my mind.
By the time I had finished up with all that bullshit with those guys, my goodwill with nearly every single one of my clients had gone entirely into the red. That didn't really bother me much though, as I was now able to unlock Sector C.
What is happening outside?
Hey man, listen, something's up and it ain't good. One of my men was shot dead. There's some violence going on and it doesn't seem random. Go look around the crime scenes if anything rings a bell. I gotta call a couple of numbers to get to know what's going on.
I went to investigate all the crime scenes where all the gunfire was taking place, and things in the outside world were not doing so well. One man was crucified and buildings were set on fire. At this point, I had no idea what was going on, but what I did know is that Eddie had hooked me up with a place of my own down in Sector C.
I got you a hideout on the other side of the big tunnel, Sector C.
You see, Sector C is where the rich people live, and because of that there is a police border. But not like the police border between Sector A and B. This border is much larger and is impossible to smuggle drugs through, especially considering the fact that you need a pass to even get through it, which is another thing Eddie gave me in order to reach Sector C. Obviously, this is a problem, because now I have to find a way to smuggle my drugs to and from the sectors. So after checking out my new place and visiting the wealthy neighborhood, that's exactly what I did. Only I had found the answer by complete accident by talking to some random guy near my house, who had a key to an empty factory. I didn't know what this key was or where it went to, but I was curious, so I decided to buy it off of him. I then basically walked around trying every door until I eventually found the door that it went to.
Where did this take me?
This empty factory takes me from Sector C to Sector A. So now I already have a way to smuggle my drugs to and from without having to go through Sector C's police border.
Oh, thank God you're alive. I feared they got to you too. Man, I don't have time to explain. The cartels got hit hard by the Colombians and we losing. As far as I know, they don't know about you, but be careful. I gotta flee, like right now. I got a friend, has an office downtown, David. David Green. Find him. He knows what to do. Sorry, man. I'm real sorry. I gotta go.
I immediately went back to go and meet with Eddie's friend David the second I received the call. And David confirmed that the cartel that I've been working for has literally been completely annihilated. And because Eddie has to skip town because his life is at risk, I no longer have a plug. This means I can no longer order any of the drugs that he's been supplying me with at all. This means the deal I have with the gang is no longer currently possible, and all my clients will be on hold. The weed is gone, the amphetamine is gone, the meth is gone, everything is gone. I need a plan, and thanks to David, he's already made that plan for me. Make my own drugs. How am I going to make my own drugs, you ask? By making my own labs, where I hire employees and get them to make drugs for me. Starting now, I will be creating my own self-sufficient drug empire with the help of David's supplies and knowledge. However, a cartel is not going to fund itself, so I took all the drugs that I did have and got to selling.
Oh, thank God I got 1,000 amp, because I'm gonna need this shit.
After that, I repurchased all the old properties that I had before the DEA raided them to use as my labs. I decided that the former weed farm would be my first lab that I'd create. and I decided to convert it into my amphetamine lab, where I'd hire my favorite customer, Emma Gomez, as my first lab worker, solidifying her as my bitch even further. Now that I'm the big boss man and she's officially an employee, I can make her wholeheartedly mine. How romantic.
I love you.
Anyways, after that I went right to making my meth lab in my old house in Sector B. That also got raided by the DEA. They never expect my labs to be in the exact places they raided not even a couple days ago, now would they? And now with my reputation at max, I can now charge the maximum price for all of my drugs. With business back on track, I went to go meet up with David again, because we have an obvious problem. The Colombians. The people that completely obliterated my cartel that I was working for to begin with. If I was going to create my own cartel, well then obviously they were going to have a problem with that and would annihilate us on the spot the second they knew about it. Lucky for us, David has an inside man with the police, and that man said that if we can bug some cell phone towers, then he can listen in on the Colombians' conversations and relay that info back to us. Obviously I went to do that right away, and then David relayed all the information back over to me. He sent me a plethora of different text messages that honestly made me feel like I was being harassed by my girlfriend. Which, I've never had a girlfriend, but I would imagine that that's what it would feel like if I did have one. The first thing he told me is that the Colombians have hitmen that did all the killings for them. Secondly, he told me that the Colombians were holding secret meetings at the back of the old supermarket. Then third is that they have stashes of money somewhere in Sector B, and I need to figure out where they are. And lastly, he told me that the Colombians' leader has been meeting with one of his men in Sector A, and I need to figure out how to kill them both without becoming a suspect. Then, if we manage to do all of that, the hitmen should freak out and reveal themselves. That sounded simple to me, so I went straight to the old supermarket where the secret meeting was taking place. And I found nothing. Very fortunate for me though, I was P-maxing and couldn't take it anymore. So I went AFK to piss, and the second I got back, I was met with a pleasant surprise.
Okay, just wondering.
Like, why are my guns grayed out?
Probably brought me a pizza.
Famine with bees.
You probably didn't know what was happening because of those two loud annoying f***s in the background, but that guy did the secret knock. So once I repeated that exact sequence, they allowed me entry.
What the
Turns out the Colombians are a bunch of cannibalist cultists. I suppose no surprise there, seeming as they crucified some guy. But good thing I didn't have to stay because I found a business card that belonged to a funeral home. So with a new lead, there was no need for me to stick around.
It's gonna just leave, alright? Thanks.
I went straight to the funeral home business, and the man at the front desk spared absolutely no time fumbling under zero pressure whatsoever and told me the precise location of the stashes of money that the Colombians have been hiding, which turns out is in a cemetery. I then went to David with this news, and he just gave me a bunch of bombs to blow it up, so who was I to say no?
Let's fucking go. Let's blow this shit sky high, bro. I'm done with these p***s. This is my territory, bitches. Hallelujah! Hell yeah, brother. America!
With all that settled, I had some people to kill.
There they are. The two guys. Fire escape. Who in the f*** are you?
This strange, half-naked man was apparently a fan of mine, and he was clearly a lunatic. Not just because of the half-naked part, it's also because the second I mentioned about the two guys underneath him, he just automatically agreed to kill them both. Well, actually, he begged me to let him do it, and all I had to do was give him some drugs and cement. I just took him at his word and agreed to let him do it. Giving him the drugs was easy, but I didn't know where to find the cement, and that's when I remembered that there's literally a place in Sector C called Construction Site. So I went and grabbed some cement from a construction worker and handed everything to the lunatic. He then told me to light a firework the next time the Colombians meet. So the next day, that's exactly what I did.
Oh, there they are, hashing it out.
No way, man. No way.
No. What the hell?
What?
He fucking squashed them!
With the Colombian leader now squashed to a paste, I went to tell David the good news, and he, in return, also had some good news. The hitman that killed off my cartel and made my main man Eddie go into hiding has made enough commotion to reveal himself. Only one problem though. The hitmen are in my apartment?
Oh, fuck. Not good. Not good.
Open up, bud. What the fuck? Where's the phone?
Well, hello there, old friend. Sorry we couldn't talk earlier. I barely got out alive. I heard you solved that issue in a really spectacular manner. My man, I knew you could handle it. I'm sorry for this, that I left like that. You're a tough one, but still young, you know? I should've... Anyway, looks like you're the man now, huh? No one's gonna bother you after that show of force. True kingpin, ain't you? Well, gotta go. It was a pleasure working with you. You probably won't hear from me again. Your time has come, kiddo. Proud of you. Show 'em what you got.
With a final send-off from Eddie, and me now fully in charge, it was time to give myself a boss nickname, to end my journey as a drug dealer and begin my journey as a mafia boss.
Doobie? Here you go. That's what you're gonna be selling, so test it out. You know what? Sometimes when I get these so-called second thought kind of thing, I come here. Sit down and just watch this shit. You know that every trap in the U.S. has this bull? $25 million it cost them. Always reminds me of who we are to them. Helps keep me focused. Anyway, how was the party? Yeah, you young motherfuckers tend to do that. Nowadays, I'd be fucked up big time for a week if I'd party that hard in one evening. Well, okay. Anyway, good that you stretched up, because we've got some jobs to do.